In Tofshin Tesvov, the first Slichos al Piminek Chabad was printed. And there you had the Kutei, Taimim Uminkeres of the Rebbe concerning the Slichos. So one of the things that the Rebbe writes there is concerning the piyut that we say on Erev Rosh Hashanah. The piyut starts, Shloish Esre Mides Ha'amuris Bechanino. It's a long piyut, and it piece by piece is said by the Chazan out loud, and then the people saying it, the Chazan out loud, piece by piece. And the Rebbe writes that really goes according to a certain seder of the Aleph Beis. But if you look at the piyut, the way we have it, it doesn't fit, the Aleph Beis doesn't fit. And therefore the Rebbe suggests that he says, that really it said a little different. A lot of words were different, and then it fits according to the Aleph Beis. But the original printers changed it. Because the way it's written is, it's as if we're speaking to the Midas of Hashem. And there's a whole discussion if you're allowed to daven, or not daven, but speak to the Midas of Hashem, asking them certain things. The discussion goes concerning the piyut that we say in every day of the Slichos, which starts with the words Machnise Rachamim, Machnise Rachameinu, which means those that bring in the Rachamim, bring in our Rachamim, whether we could say that piyut, because we are talking to them. And concerning that piyut, the Rebbe himself has a big ha'orah there in this Likut Taimim and Hagim, or Taimim Mekeres. Ha'orah 6, a Shaklam Tari brings all kinds of Maram Mekemis, whether you could say it or not, and the Maskon is according to us, the way that Tzemach Tzedek writes, we could say it, because we're not Chas v'Sholom davening to them, but we're asking them to take our tefillas up. So we do say Machnis Rachamim. So the Rebbe writes that those printers were of the opinion that you should not say Machnis Rachamim, so you cannot talk to the Midas, and therefore a lot of the words that are in this piyut, Shleishes and Midas, they changed. And the Rebbe suggests how we have to change it back. Lepel Mamish, the Rebbe didn't change it in the print. The printed Slichos had it the way it was before, even though the Rebbe writes these orders that he thinks it should be changed. What people did on their own Slichos, they would take with a pen and make all the changes that the Rebbe wrote. And also the Chazan, by Erev Rosh Hashanah, by the Rebbe's Minyan, who was usually Rabbi Yosef Weinberg, would say it the way the Rebbe changed, not the way it's printed in the Slichos, even though it's printed in the Slichos. And obviously the Rebbe didn't want to base it on his own assumption to change the print. And this was printed Tofshin Tesvov, and then the next Teitzoah, Tofshin Chav Gimel, again the same thing, and with the same ha'oras in the back of the Rebbe. But then one Elul in the middle of the Chos, I don't remember which year it was, from Askirus came out a printed page of this piyut with all the changes, the way the Rebbe made. And what they said was that they found an old print of Slichos, and there it was printed the way the Rebbe said it has to be. So now that there is a mokir to this, it's not just the Rebbe's assumption. So the Rebbe said they should print out the page with that and give it around and pass it around, that people should have that page and be able to say it from that page the way it's with the changes. And from then on, the next Hitzoes, all the next editions of the Slichos already was printed with the changes the way it is. And our Slichos now has it all correct the way the Rebbe wants us to be. And some people really don't understand. They look at the Slichos and then they look at the Rebbe's order there in the back and they don't understand what he's saying because it's printed the right way. And this is what happened. The Rebbe wrote it when the print was the old way, and the Rebbe didn't have it changed, even though he thinks it should be changed. But when they found a mocker, they found an old print, the Rebbe said that they should print out a page and pass it around to everybody. Everybody should have the page, be able to put it into their Slichos and be able to say it the correct way.